Hi, Joe Doyle here. As a former bricklayer turned property investor, I would not be where I am today if I didn't first learn the art of business. Nowadays, a big part of my life is helping other tradesmen succeed with their business by sharing my knowledge, insights and experience. Welcome to the Tradesman Support Group podcast. So, how has things been, Barry?
Not too bad, Joe. Really, struggling on,
Okay.
trying to keep the head up above the water,
Yeah, okay. I'm eager to find out about the trade show, which was what, 2 weeks ago now at this stage, was it?
3 weeks ago, it's on Friday. So that was 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago tomorrow. Okay. So we got lots of leads. It was a worthwhile venture.
It definitely was worthwhile. Yeah. Glad we done it, Joe. Yeah, a lot of leads.
Brilliant.
And from the back of that have priced now. I must have priced about 8 or 9 jobs and
Brilliant.
made contact. Now, none of the jobs have come over the line yet, but I'm confident some of them will,
Okay, do you know the start date for these jobs and all that?
The latest, well, I was chatting to one of the guys yesterday. He's actually talking a wee bit extra work done. He is just waiting for confirmation of his mortgage, so he's hoping to get going within the next 2 weeks,
Brilliant. And what's the average what's the average value of a job for yourself, Barry?
The average profit or cost of the job?
Cost of the job, yeah.
Cost of the job, you're averaging about 27,000
Brilliant.
per job. Then we actually priced a slightly bigger job. It's 70,000. Only that party had a death in the family, which sort of put it back. So I don't really want to torment them too much.
Yes,
there to
sense.
Get back to me,
Yeah. What does a 70 grand job to you look like, Barry? What does it entail?
Work wise,
yeah, like what's it like? Is it groundworks? Like you get a lot of
that's
groundworks.
Yes, it's groundworks. It's on a elevated site, so it's digging into there's a lot of muck shifting, bulk excavation, a basement, shuttered walls to get up to. It's like a split level house, if you know.
Right.
There's a garage downstairs, and then the living accommodations upstairs. So the garage would be all shuttered, and then we come up and leave the subfloor in for a timber frame structure on top of that.
Right, very good.
So I'd be quite hopeful about that one because we're down to the last 2 with, and then the woman had a death in the family. So look, we'll be in touch whenever thing settles down a bit.
Whenever, no, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so Barry, listen, I think we need to just try and get a little bit more kind of engagement going between myself and yourself, right? Because I know, like, I have a gist of what we need to do, but it's important that we kind of make progress on a weekly basis at the very, very least, I know you've been banging in the emails and the whole lot, but like, I'm flicking back in my mind here to the phone call I had with you and the two bros, and we need to make sure, no doubt these guys are saying to you, how are you getting on with Joe? So we need to give them something feasible. We need to get a result, And that's what's going around in my head. So look, I suppose you can forward away any questions you have, and then I'll jump into what I feel we need to do next.
Well, I'm glad to get talking to you eventually, Joe, to try and sort of move forward.
Yeah.
At the minute, the work situation is Damien has a squad and a job. They're there maybe about 6 months, and it's keeping things just about ticking over.
Yes.
There's four men plus himself up there and the machine, and then John and me. Well, I'm sort of floating. John, another man, and myself are at other work, and now it's just all right. We need to get something. We need to get something better and more profitable. I have 2 fucking diggers sitting in the yard, and I need to get work for them. I need to get them into something good work or better work than what we're doing at the minute.
Yes. Okay.
That's what we need to be at.
That's your priority. Okay. What's the next thing you need to look at? Would you say?
Well, getting the work and then start to address a few old tax problems not problems that I have, but that's a debt that's occurred. But a VAT, but a tax. I need to get them addressed.
Okay.
Try and get them sorted out.
Do we have a quantity on them? Do we have a number on them?
I do. Yes. You're talking about 17,000 in total. That's from VAT, PAYE, income tax. Again, It's all old stuff,
We can handle that, right? What I would suggest to do with that straight away, Barry, is set up a monthly standing order. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't really make a difference how small the standing order is, right? Just get it set up, and get it out there. Does that make sense?
Well, I actually do have that sorted out from last month.
Brilliant. Okay, so you made a little payment on it last month.
Yeah.
So it's just that if they come down and start putting the pressure on you, you can, well, look, I've got a payment record here. I've been paying this.
Yes.
And by the way, I'm going to have an extra grand this month. And I just believe that if you're paying them something, it will stop them putting the thumb screws on you, you know.
That's right.
So just how much can you comfortably afford to pay them at the minute per month?
well, I had only just given them a minimum amount last month, but I intend to sort of give them about £150 each, the 3 tax, for the VAT, 150 to the VAT, 150 to PAYE, and 150 income tax.
Per month?
That's what I intend to do. A month, yes, just to keep the thing ticking over.
Yeah, so like it's $450 a month going off a 17 grand bill.
That's right.
It's 34 months, right? I know down here that they have a certain time frame under which they need to get paid on, right? So look, just do that. I think that's the right call. Yeah. What I'm very eager to know is, what's your time like nowadays? What are you doing?
What's my time like?
What are you doing on a daily basis? Yeah.
Well, this last 2 or 3 weeks now, I definitely have been maybe 2-3 days chasing up and pricing up work. I have been doing that, yeah. And then a couple of days, I have to just go out on site and push on a bit of work and stuff that's going on. But definitely a couple of the days of the week have been trying to get a hold of and trying to get in more work, or at least
come here. It's
chased up places.
Damien and John is the brother's name, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Is there any possibility we would get them, between them, to take over the supervision of the work that you're doing?
Well, they look after their own work, if you know what I mean.
So what the ideal scenario for me, right? In relation to the work, the ideal scenario for me, which would give us the best chance to succeed here, right? The ideal scenario for me is if you rang me and you said, Joe, I'm after delegating all the work. What the fuck am I going to do? And I'm like, listen, go off and figure out how to get a bit of work, right? And then you come back and said, Joe, I've nothing to do. What the fuck am I going to do? If, like, that would sound very weird to you, right? But if we got you to that point, it's at that point then we can literally dive right into marketing, lead generation, closing existing sales, following up with people, all that other stuff that we know needs to be done.
I could probably tell you that you could probably do that from this point, because the work that Damien's doing, that's just repetitive, right? There might be maybe a month or 6 weeks up there, but he's looking after that squad. It's very straightforward what he's doing.
Yeah, that's great. But just what about
looking after work here? Him and another fella, and they have a good.
Just go back. So John and another lad is looking after stuff closer to you. Is that what you're saying?
That's right, yes.
Yeah, but it's just you're going back onto site a couple of days a week, aren't you?
Oh, am I? Yeah.
Yeah, so is there any way we could eliminate that entirely?
Well, because if we can get to, if we're happy that the work that we're coming in is covering my time, my pay.
It's a chicken and an egg situation. Like this is what I'm saying to you, Barry, right? If we can give you one job, right? And you only have one job, and that one job is to get work, yeah? The chances of you being successful at that one job is far, far greater than if you've got that one job plus another job plus another job plus another job. Does that make sense?
I know what you mean, yeah.
So, if you could do, of course you're taking your wage, but you're under no illusion, you ain't going to be fucking sitting on your hands here, Don't think like that for 1 minute. But
I know that.
If we can get you to the point where you're doing nothing on the physical side of things, yeah? Nothing on the actual work. Well, then we now have 50, 60 hours a week free to generate business. And it's do you ever find that when you're saying, oh, I must do this, but I have to do that, and then I have to do that, and I have to do that. And, if you were just left alone, you would do a much better job, and you would do it far more comfortably and far more efficiently.
Yeah, if you're left your own devices.
Exactly. So that's what we need to do for you.
Okay.
Now, I've had this conversation with many people, and they struggle with it because they think if they're not literally digging holes, if they're not on the trowel, if they're not, swinging hammers, whatever, if they haven't got a paintbrush in their hand, that they're wasting their time.
Yeah.
I can bet my life with you right now, 1,000,000%, right? The key to your business going to the next level is to have one man that's taking charge of driving it to the next level, and that's all his job is.
Mm-hmm.
So if we could get a handle on that, and you had zero distractions, we can go with it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Because you've nothing to do, Barry, nothing at all, other than get work, right? So it's what they call a pass or fail test. Have you got work in today? No. Why the fuck not? Oh, well, I had to ring your woman. I had to do this. I had to do... No. That's all gone now, Barry. Why the fuck did you not get work in? And the reality is you didn't get work in because A, you didn't take enough effort, or B, you didn't take the right effort, or you didn't do a good enough job, yeah?
Yeah.
And that's where you bounce back to me. And that's where we need to be. I think we should be probably speaking daily on this for the next week or so. Like, right, we're doing our little strategy call here now. We'll be on the phone for 20 minutes or so, whatever it takes, right? And it's recorded into the group, right? That's fine. But maybe me and you need a few calls during the week. Just like 10 minutes here, there, 5 minutes. Joe, what do you think of this? Bump, go for it, Had a conversation there with Alan Lawler last week. He was just fucking panicking because a load of sales got cancelled on him. And I had 2 check-ins with him over the last week. Did you get some sales today? Yeah, I got 8 sales. Great. And then he tells me something else. And, it just spurs him on. But that's all. Like, I'm like, Alan, this is your job. Getting fucking sales. Nothing else. And he's like, right, brilliant. I feel it. So he was panicking. Corona this, corona that, right? We got him off the phone. He had a new plan. We didn't know if the plan was going to work, but he had something to do. And then when I checked in a couple of days later, the plan had worked. Now, if the plan didn't work, he would have rang me back later on that day or maybe the next day and would have put another plan in place.
Surely, yeah.
But the beauty about what Alan was doing is he wasn't going to be driving a digger the next day or doing this or doing that. He was just out to make sales.
Well, I'm with you not, Joe. Because, I mean, fuck it, there's plenty... that's what we need to be doing. Yeah, we need to be getting work across the line and lining it up.
How many men... Sorry, I'm interrupting you here. Yeah, we need to get work across the line. Right, let me ask you a couple of quick questions. How many men do you have at your disposal in total?
There's 7 of us. There's me, John, and Damien, and with 4 other guys that work this.
Right. So there's Barry plus 6. We probably said this before, right? So those 6 guys have to cover Barry's day's pay somehow, right? Okay, that's done. It's 1 man divided by 6. If it was 1 man divided by 2, I know you could still do it at a push. If it was 1 man by 3, you could cover it. It's 1 man divided by 6, right? We're fine, right? Constantly since we've been speaking, the conversation has been around not generating enough profitable work, yeah?
That's right, yeah.
Right. So we've 2 problems. We're not generating enough work and we're not generating the right type of work.
The right type of work, yeah,
exactly. So, you've been popping in and out of group here, seeing different things going on, and you're learning all these different things, and I'm sure you're a bit more enlightened now about your business than before we got
certainly
right?
I am, Joe, yeah.
Yeah, of course, right. But you know what? Fuck that. Let's push all that aside for now, because right now we need to go, get work in the door.
That's right, yeah.
Simple as that. Nothing else. Get work in the door. Have you put your make or break system in play? Have you?
I've done the make or break. Yeah, I know what my break even point is per day. Yeah.
How much is
that? It's £1,580 a day.
158. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, right. And that's with the 500 obviously counted.
Of course, yeah. But isn't it a beautiful little trick just incorporating the profit into it?
That's right.
Because it's not like an optional or luxurious extra. It's fucking essential, yeah. So it's 1580, right? So let's just say Barry's after having a quick chat with the lads. And actually, this is what I would love you to do, Barry, right? I would love you to have a quick chat with Damien and John after this call, right? And say, lads, look, I'm at me chatting to Joe. He said, can I just go 2 weeks? Can I go for the rest of March off the tools and exclusively on generating work? And then the boys, because you have to get buy-in from the lads. Yeah, okay, right, fair enough. We'll cover your back. We're going to have faith in you and Joe for 2 weeks, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. So the question is, what can we do to get some work in the door? And we have to just implement all these strategies. Now, Barry, it's a bit fucking strenuous because you're relying on other people to do something for you. Does that make sense? Like, if I say, Barry, there's a field, dig a trench, you don't care how big it is, how deep it is, how much rock's in it, you'll just fucking get it done because it's down to you to get it done. But when we're trying to generate work, we're depending on other people to react to what we want them to do. Does that make sense?
I know what you mean, yeah. To buy in what you're trying to sell to them.
Yeah, exactly. So it's frustrating, right? So we need to come up with a plan, come up with a strategy, and we need to just roll with it. And we need to try it. If it doesn't work, we need to modify it slightly. If it doesn't work, we need to modify it again. And we need to keep just tweaking it until we get it to work. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if we have absolute 100% buy-in from yourself that this is all your job is, like you've nothing more to be doing. You've no reason but to succeed, you know. You know, and I'm not saying to like I'm happy to talk to you every single day on this for the next 2 weeks. You know, I don't say that to all the lads in the group because I wouldn't be able to fucking talk to every single person every day, right? But I know that this is a crucial point for your business, so we will do whatever it takes to get it to the next stage.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Right, that's okay. It does, yes.
Right. Yeah. So what we do is we get a little check-in from you with the boys to make sure that we're going to get you off the tools for 2 weeks, right? Now, of course, you can tell me you're off the tools and you can still be doing a bit here and there or collecting materials or whatever, right? And that's fine. But it's what needs to be done. Like the more honest you are with yourself and the more honest you are with me, the greater. Well, I know that
there'll not be any, you know, there shouldn't be any problems with me coming off and just solely. I mean, really, that's what we have been sort of doing this last 3 or 4 weeks anyway.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just as you say, get some more system in place and go for it. There shouldn't be an issue with that, you know, because I mean, we do want to get fucking work on the door. We want better, more profitable work. Because the work that particularly John's at the minute, and I'm actually down here, is pure fucking shit. But it's working. It's keeping things afloat, but it's
so John, the works manager, is eating shit because Barry, the marketing manager, is acting the ball.
He's done fuck all. He's done fuck all.
He's the feet up on the desk and he's sitting there in a cloud of Cuban cigar smoke, you know, saying, "Look at that fucking EJ out in the rain there." You know, he's paying my wage, you know. But that's the way it is, you know. You remember the Tom the Plumber video where the guys are all in the different boxes, you know? We had this conversation before, didn't we?
Yeah.
So that's what it is. So we need to go absolute all out on marketing and lead gen.
Yeah.
That's the absolute long and the short of it, right? So the question is, what are we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what we'll do is we'll cover a few details of this here, and you can go back and watch the video again then, so you don't need to worry about taking notes down or whatever else, right? So the easiest people to get work from are those you've already done work for.
Yeah.
Okay. So how many previous clients do you have?
Oh God, hey, if I'm through the list, probably 30, 40.
Okay. So
that's companies and stuff that don't work for,
okay.
You know?
So there we go. Now, what I would say is, right, we're going to focus on getting work, right, for the first couple of days. And when you start getting a bit of confidence and you start getting a few results, then we're going to focus exclusively on getting work that will make you $15.80 a day.
Okay, yeah.
Can you see the difference? Because if we start, like, the most important thing for, I'll give you a laugh, right? There was a lad that was working with me here, sound lad. Now he's not working with me no more, but he's a real nice guy, right? And I was saying to him, listen, you know, you're doing the sales, right? What you need to know, because this is what I've learned, right, is that most people can't hack the sales end of things because they just can't hack the uncertainty. But my job is to just keep you focused and keep the morale high. Because there will come a point where you get so frustrated with the whole thing that you'll want to pack it in. And I just can't wait to get you to that point straight away, because it's normally the results come straight after that. And he's like, okay, fair enough. So I prepped him. The results come after the frustration, right? But most people stop at the frustration, right? And he got to the frustration point once, and we got him over it. And then he couldn't deal with it again, you know. And it wasn't for him, you know. He was a nice guy, and we do business again, you know. But the point I'm making is this is what you're going to incur now, right? So my job is to just get you to get some kind of results, yeah. The easiest, simplest little results we can get for you, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And once we get them, then we'd start going and getting the results that really matter. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know, so week 1 is just to get anything going. And then week 2, we get something that's, you know, that's juicy. So we've got 40 previous customers.
I'd say so. If I really thought hard about it, I would think we could probably.
Now, do me a favour, right? Because you're not going to remember all of what I'm about to say to you. So go back and watch this video in the group, yeah? Right. But this is what you need to do. You need to get a page and you need to write 1 to 40 down the side. Then you need to write all the customers' names and then you need to write all their phone numbers, yeah? Right. You do all that before you make a call. Then you ring one person. Yeah. You ring one person. You don't get them, you ring the next person, and all of a sudden you start having the same conversations with many people, yeah? And as you start having the same conversations, you'll notice that, well, maybe I shouldn't say that, maybe I should say this, you know? And it's all comes down to the quality of the questions that you ask the people you're about to speak to. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did you do anything to attract attention at the building show? Because I know you thought this fucking Joe fella's mad.
We did the big jar of screws.
Oh, I didn't realise you'd done it. Actually, did you tell me you'd done it? No, sorry, I forgot.
I done it, and then I done what you said, and I got 500 little business cards printed out.
Right.
Got their names, date, email address, and roughly a start date for the projects, and entered the draw, and I have a box. I don't even know how many's in the box, honestly, but I have a box full of details.
Right, so you collected all them, yeah?
Collected all them, yeah.
Fucking sweet, man. Because you know what? I knew I was getting a bit carried away because that stuff excites me, yeah? And I could hear you like, this fella's fucking mad, you know? I could just had a picture, you know, Barry, John and Damien sitting around the table doing this, you know, like, this fella's a bit fucking screwy here to ask us to do this stuff. But I know it works, you know? You've no idea how many people that you rang or that you collected, no?
I couldn't honestly tell you, Joe. I'd need to actually sit down and count because we filled a jar of screws. I basically emptied the back of my van. That's no word of a lie. Got a big pot and just screws, nails, copper rivets, everything into the thing. It turned out there's 850 or something in it, and the guy did want it. He's got a prize. So I have to upload the photos of him. Brilliant. And I don't honestly know. I'm sure I have a couple of. I have easily a couple of hundred.
You've 100 at least. So these are people that have given you the date of their project starting.
Roughly speaking, when they're going to be starting, yes.
Right. So that's worth a lot of money to you, like. Like there's a lot of potential business in there, you know. Like put it this way, there's a year's work in that for you, more probably.
Well, yeah.
So it's 3 weeks. Yeah. It's 3 weeks beyond now. Why have we not utilised that?
Well, I have been talking. Like, I mean, apart from them people that we got into the draw, I also took them. I have a whole list of names of people who were genuinely looking to start something fairly quick, and I have been emailing and talking to them. And from that, then I have, as I say, 8 or 10 jobs priced. And, you know, people have come on to us fairly quick and emailed plans, etc., across to us to have a look at, you know. Brilliant. So we have been working at it. And then also, while being at the show, had been talking to architects and actually a couple of timber frame firms. And again, they're interested in what we're doing. I've been in contact with them.
They're the next stage from you, aren't they?
They're the next stage thing, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I was actually, who was I chatting to there the other day? I was chatting to someone that was doing timber frames, and I thought, you know what, you guys are the right connection for Barry and the brothers, because you're finished when they come in, like. You're finished then.
Yeah.
No, that's good, yeah. Okay, so look, let's just flick back here because I got distracted, right? One thing we need to do, make a list of 40 past customers, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Names, numbers, email addresses, yeah? Reintroduce yourself to them all, yeah? Now, what is the desired outcome of the call, yeah? It is not to get a job off them, because that's just like trying to get the ride before she even finishes the 4th drink about her, yeah? Right? What you need to do is, you need to just, you know what, I need to apologise to Laurie, because Laurie's in this group and I'm always talking like with a mouth like a sewer at times saying it, but I'm sorry, Laurie, but you get the point, yeah? So the outcome is not to get a job from that, but if you get one, it's a bonus. The outcome is to get some information, yeah?
That's right, yes. Right.
The nature of the work that you do for these people, and this is what we need to do, Barry, right? We need to agree a wording for this situation, for this scenario. Does that make sense? And you need to ask them questions, you know. So let's just say it's, you know, his name is Tony. Tony, how are you doing, sir? Joe here from Burke Brothers Construction. We done a job for you the last while. How are you settling into the new house? Absolutely amazing. Great. The reason for the call today, I want to ask you, what is the next job that you possibly have coming up that we might be able to help you with? So I'm just going to say that again. The reason for the call today is to ask you, what is the next job that we could possibly, what is the next job that you have coming up that we could possibly help you with, or we could possibly quote you for, right?
Yeah.
So we're not asking, no, I think the line broke up there. We're not asking, do you have any work for us? We're asking, what is the next job that you have coming up that you could possibly allow us to quote for? Right? And there's always jobs. So, you know, ask me, what's the next job coming up? Right, Joe, what's the next job coming up that we could possibly quote for? Let me think, right? Now, I don't need any fucking groundwork done at all whatsoever, but I'm like, there's a broken drain out the back and it keeps blocking up in one of the houses that we're eventually going to need to get that done. I don't know if that's too big a job for yourself, and it's not high on the priority now, but that needs to get done. There's a bit of concrete to be done out the back of one of the houses, you know. So the question, the manner in which you ask that question, even that I'm putting it to you, it has me thinking now, what could I possibly hire Barry or somebody like what Barry does, somebody who does what Barry does.
Yeah.
Let me flick back there. It's making me think, what jobs do I need done that someone that provides the service Barry does could actually do? And those jobs are very low on my priority right now, you know. Right? Mm-hmm. So you could say, okay, what's the details? Do you have a time frame for that? And you're like, nah, look, I'm just now that you asked me, I'm thinking. No problem. I'll tell you what we'll do. From time to time, we do get an extra bit of concrete. We do have lads booked in for 5 days on jobs and we finish in 4. And look, I know you, we can do you a good fucking deal if you want to get something done. So look, let's leave it at that. When I find them at a loose end, I'll give you a call. And if the lads' wages are paid on another job already, I can fucking send them down and we can do it for you for half price or something like that, you know. So can you see the scenario there, right? You're seeding with these people the opportunity for you to come back to them in the future, yeah? When you're not busy.
I know what you mean, yes.
Right? Right. So that's two things. What job do you possibly have coming up? Then you get a description and a time frame from them, yeah? So that's actually just one thing. And then you say, who else do you know that could possibly use my services? And they might say, oh, Mick. Okay. Can I get Mick's name? Well, I have his name. Can I get his number off you? Right, brilliant. What type of job is he looking to get done? And he'll give you a lot of information, or he'll give you fuck all information, right? But either way, then you can ring up Mick. Mick, how's it going? Barry here. Yeah, just had to been chatting to Tony. He told me to give you a call. You're getting the house done. He doesn't know how well you know the other guy or not. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But he trusts you because you've been sent on. You know.
And I know what you mean. Yeah.
And then the last thing you say is, listen, Tony, thanks for your time. Can I ask one favour there? I have a little link on my phone. If I sent that to you, would you be able to literally write a 2-minute review? It'll take you literally 2 minutes if I sent that to you now, because we're trying to get a few reviews on our Google page. Yeah, send it on. I'll have something done. Okay, 100%. There's no point in me sending it on to you if you're not comfortable doing something like that. No, I'll fucking do it. Send it on to me. Right, brilliant. Send it on, and I look forward to getting that review done this evening. So there's a call that could go on for maybe 6 or 7 minutes, right? But can you see the structure to that phone call?
That's right. You're trying to get as much information and leads as you can, really.
Well, the most important thing to understand is, number one, you're not selling, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, because nobody wants to be fucking rang and sold to, right? You're not selling, but you're asking them, what is the job? Like, if he doesn't want to, at some level, give you permission, he could just say, there's no job. But there will always be a job. Of some sort. Do you know what I'm saying? Then when he gives that, you get the description, and you can check, and then you plant the seed that from time to time you can do really good deals because of whatever else. And in the later the work you're in, it's plausible to say that you've got the lads booked in for 4 weeks and you finish 3 days earlier, isn't it? You know, so so there's an opportunity for a bargain for him. And then the third thing is the referral, and the fourth thing, the testimonial. But also, you know, you're being friendly with this guy. You, the owner of the company's ringing him up.
Yeah, I see what you mean, surely, yeah.
Yeah, so here's what I think we need to do. Make the list of 40 names, 40 numbers, yeah? And
okay, yeah.
you need to watch this video again, and you need to write down the script that you're going to use for the phone calls, yeah?
Uh-huh.
And you need to bounce that script back and forth between me and you, yeah?
And see how it looks.
And see how it looks, yeah. Simple as that. Just get on it, you know? So,
right, we'll try this out.
Try and belt me a little 1 or 2 line email for later on to let me know that you've just ran it by the lads and we're all on for it as well. Is that fair enough? Because what
That's
we need
okay,
to be
Joe,
careful of, Barry, like before you know it, our time here would be up, right? And we haven't got the results that I know we can get together. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So make sure we start utilising this right away, you know?
All right, Joe, no bother.
See you at the top, my friend. Thank you for your time today.
Good. All right, thanks a lot. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So, guys, thank you very much for listening in today. If you're struggling with any aspect of your business, do not suffer in silence. All good business owners learn from the mistakes of others. And trust me, I've made a lot of mistakes before getting to where I am today. You can ask me any questions you have by reaching out to me and messaging me on Facebook by searching for the Tradesman Support Group by Joe Doyle. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.